All right. So I've just done the final changes on Rock and Roll Radio. I noticed I'd chucked on the latest mix. Well, not the latest mix, but probably the mix beforehand, which didn't have too many changes compared to the latest mix. I chucked that on in a friend's car, and he's got a really good sound system in the car. And immediately jumped out to me was the bass frequencies. I think on the bass guitar had this real woof woof sort of a sound to it. So I immediately thought I need to cut that out. I've noticed with the headphones I've got, what are they? The Audio Technica, I think. No, Bayer Dynamic. They are the ones that are recommended from the band guide. Uses them. They're really good. They're nice and clear. But I feel like they're lacking a little bit. It's a hard one, right? Like they're lacking a bit in the bass area. Like if I've got a pair of, what are these ones? Okay, they're Audio Technica. They sound pretty good as well, but they're much more bass in them. Now the tricky thing is it's really hard. Once you've heard music through really good headphones or really good speakers, it sort of wakes you up and realizes what you've been missing out on. And then it makes it much easier to understand some of the poorer systems and what a lot of the cheaper made, not as quality systems, what they do with those is they basically boost the bass, or I don't know if that's just what I'm hearing in them is the bass. So I don't know if that's the way they make them, but what I'm hearing more is more bass in the systems, and the clarity gets lost. So they kind of have a little bit of tinniness to them, but more just the whoop, whoop, whoop sort of a sound. And that can really throw off how the mix sounds. One of the recommendations from these different tutorials that I do is that you do listen to your mix on a bunch of different devices, just so you can get that near enough, good enough between them, because you will hear different things on different systems. But it's like, well, you can't do that for everything. You can't do that for all the cheap ones. You can't do that for all the mid-range or the top-end ones. So how much do you do it? But yeah, it was good to jump into this car sound system, because it's one of the top-of-the-line sound systems, and I heard that immediately. So that's a bad sign if you hear that sort of a poor sounding frequency that's sort of upsetting the rest of the song, the balance of the rest of the song. So I fixed that up. But again, I can't really hear it as much when I'm mixing on these headphones. I can kind of when I think I found the frequency once I soloed the bass track, and then I basically put a second lot of EQ, because I kind of like the EQ where it was sitting. Didn't want to muck with the EQ I had on already, so I just put another EQ on top and just reduced just a little bit of this sub frequency. And I think that's better. Admittedly, I haven't heard this on any other system yet. I've just done it through my headphones. But yeah, got that done. Balanced the drums a little bit more. I put reverb on the solo, but put it on there subtly. And then I basically muck with the gain on some different parts of the song, so I could have that headroom for when it comes to the mastering of the track, so it doesn't peak over -3 at the moment. So yeah, all good. I started to, again, things kind of change in your mental state when you go, all right, I'm ready to share this with people, in terms of people to get feedback on the mix, not with the public yet, but you kind of go, oh, is it good enough? And then you go back and listen to it again, and look, there are a lot of things that were popping up that I could fix or improve on, but the same thing goes with what I did with Icebreakers. Like I've got it to a point where it's already a better mix sounding than Icebreaker. Been working on this a lot. I realized, I think it was back in January that we might have released Icebreaker. It was a while ago. So I've got to, at this rate, it's going to be 2 songs a year. Well, hang on, maybe 4 songs, I should say, for doing it. Yeah, pretty much halfway through the year. So maybe 4 songs a year, which I don't want to be that slow. I want to try and speed it up a bit. I'm getting better. I felt like I was a bit quicker with this mix, and I've already got a plan in my head for the next song, Dirty Daisy. So I think I'm better equipped for the next one. But yeah, I just got this out there to people. I could have fixed more. So I've got it to about 3 or 4 people that I trust to provide feedback. Hopefully they'll provide some constructive feedback for me, and then I can make some changes based off that, or decide not to, depending on what they say. And then I shouldn't be too far off. Well, then actually won't be releasing it. I'll be mastering it next, which is, again, something you shouldn't do yourself, but I'm just doing it. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. It's not going to be much. I'm just going to basically boost it so I'd get it up to the radio friendly level, I guess, and then put it on its way, publish it. So hopefully in the next week or two, I'll have an update where I'll be publishing the song. As for now, I've probably got some other stuff to do. I might maybe start on Dirty Daisy tomorrow while I'm waiting for feedback on the mix. But yeah, good times. All right, till the next one.